here we are for the presentation on hug. So our first speaker of the day is Marcel Hug.
Born in 1986 in Switzerland, he was born with a condition called spinal back which has a relative wheelchair. Hug was introduced to wheelchair racing instead through a relationship which followed wheelchair for him. He's competed in multiple Paralympic Games and World Championships, winning many awards, gold, silver, bronzes. He's known as Phil in his top race team. Our next hug is Tim Hug, born in 1987 in Southern Switzerland. He's a combined skier, and his best finish has been made in the 2010 Winter Olympic Games.
No. That's not what we came from. So what we actually came for was a presentation on hugs, normal, biological hugs, not people. The word hug is originally derived from the Saxon and Teutonic words hog or hagen, which means to be tender of or to embrace. Hug means to hold someone close to your body with your arms, usually to show what you like, love, or value them. Indeed, in our contemporary culture, hugs are seen as pretty commonplace. While not necessarily the first thing to do when you meet someone, it's not uncommon to hug a friend, coworker, or a distant family member, whether in celebration or support. This makes me wonder, why do we hug anyway? If you want to understand why something is in the way it is in the living world, you can start asking Tim Bergens 4 questions. So why don't we just ask the people what do they think about hugs? Do you think hugging behavior changes throughout our lives? Do we need like special needs as time passes by?
I think everyone needs a good hug once in a while, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely, and I think, I don't know, for some people maybe over time as you get to know people a bit closer and you get older, you might like hugs a bit more than before, because it's kind of like, I don't want to get a hug from my parents because it's you're like in the rebellion, and suddenly you notice it's actually nice.
Some people feel awkward hugging others unless they know them pretty well.
There are many different reasons why this behavior is displayed in humans. Mostly it is due to social cues such as greetings. It is common to hug someone right after saying hi, even during adulthood. Moreover, it reduces stress by showing support to others, can make you happier, helps you reduce your fears and pain, and improves your communication with others. Indeed, even during adulthood, humans tend to communicate also with gestures. Hugging is a very comforting and communicative type of touch. It helps to express our support to friends in need when the words might feel not enough. Happiness when words cannot come out of your mouth because you are overwhelmed by the situation, such as when you finally realize you passed your exams. Hugs are also linked to many physiological benefits, which are connected to oxytocin.
Bing! Oxytocin is a powerful hormone that acts as a neurotransmitter in the brain. It influences social interaction and sexual reproduction, playing a role in a behavior from maternal attachment to an infant and milk release to empathy, generosity, and orgasm.
According to numerous researchers on human hugs, their overall findings were that hugs increase oxytocin levels, especially when you hug a loved one. In general, the increase of oxytocin levels leads up to physiological benefits such as lowering blood pressure and heart rate, especially in premenopausal women. Low blood pressure means that the probability of having a heart attack or stroke is very low.
The roots of hugging behavior can be found in our early childhood. Indeed, one of the very first human experience after breathing and crying is laying in the arms of our mother. Hugs become a modality of infant communication, regulation, and exploration during mother-infant interactions. Moreover, oxytocin has a role in initiating maternal behavior, which is one of the imperatives for survival for mammalian species. So it is logical in evolutionary sense that reproductive age females might have the potential for greater and more broadly influential oxytocin activity. After being exposed to touching behaviors from his or her parents, the child will start imitating them, hugging dolls, stuffed and living animals, so that the behavior becomes enclosed in the individual. The child receives many forms of parental touching during its growth, particularly embracing the form of hugs. In this way, hugs can be related to positive feelings and situations, such as joy and security. In particular, when the child is overwhelmed by external factor, he or she cannot be helped by reason explanation, so hugs are used as reassuring gestures. As we move toward adulthood, we're generally denied hugs. The idea is that as we become more mature, we don't require the affection and assurance shown through a physical act. As adults, when we no longer get hugs from our parents, we replace them with hugs from friends, siblings, or even from friends in the office. Why do we do so? We will discover this in the next few chapters, so stay tuned. There are other factors that can influence each individual's hugging behavior, such as culture and gender. Regarding cultural differences, individuals born in Asian countries display the least amount of social touch. Embraces occur more frequently in the Mediterranean societies compared to Northern Europe or the US. And there also seem to be cultural differences in embracing duration. If you're Italian, you're like a bird. If you're Canadian, you're a man.
Regarding gender differences, it has been reported that in Western societies, men on average feel more psychological discomfort when embracing other men than when embracing women. To what concern oxytocin levels, interestingly, they are high for both gender throughout hugging, but women show an increase in the oxytocin level during the hug, while men 7 minutes after the hug. Moreover, women reach their maximum level of oxytocin when they are hugging their kids.
So do you think other species show hugging behavior as well?
Yeah, well, when animals have children with arms and like mammals and stuff, they hold on to them and cling on to them and take them about the place. It's hugging, I feel.
Yeah, that's interesting.
The best way to trace back the evolutionary roots of hugging behavior is to start looking at other primate species. This is because we are part of the same order and share many similarities. One of these is the display of greeting behaviors and the presence of strong social bonding between individuals. Since bonding relationships and complex behaviors are cognitively very demanding, there is a need for a large brain related to body size. A huge role in primates' life, which can take up to 20% of their daily activities, is played by grooming, which is considered one of the closest behaviors to hugs. Grooming is a social activity whose function seems to be associated mainly with social bonding. Indeed, while self-grooming is about hygiene, social grooming seems to have more to do with relationships. It has been observed that social grooming time correlates strongly with social group size, and that it is far from random within social groups. As it is, grooming partnerships tend to be consistent as well as persistent through time. Current research is investigating primate hugging because little is known about this, and it is hypothesized that it could be related to human hugging behavior and the reasons we do it.
If you managed to stay awake until this point, it's time to answer why adults continue to display hugging behavior. Thanks to natural selection, most of the animal behaviors are kept in populations because they provide benefits in terms of survival. So how can hugs benefit our survival? If we look back at the primates grooming, we said that it's a behavior that makes bonds between individuals stronger. Species living in larger groups do need social bonding for survival and sort of a social structure. A primate species that you very well know, which lives in large group, is the Homo sapiens. As our taxonomic relatives, we need greeting to enforce our social bonding. Guess which behavior is considered a greeting? You're absolutely right, guys. Hugs. Hugs, as already said multiple times, give us the opportunity to share emotions and feelings with our loved ones. It is a great way to create and enforce social bondings. Why this is so important? Because social bonds have different repercussions in our daily life. Various research shown that a higher degree of social connectivity is associated with a stronger self-esteem. Indeed, from our social relationships, we receive emotional rewards as encouragement in difficult times and material rewards. When we are close to someone, we tend to share material needs with them, like the last piece of your sandwich. Plus, to conclude a line that follows us from the start of the presentation, new studies are starting that people with stronger social bonds tend to have a healthier and stronger lives. Our close friends help us alleviate stress through the happiness and relaxation found in close friendships. Our friends also watch out for us and encourage us to avoid or eliminate harmful practices and situations. In this way as well, our friends bring us healthy rewards. Now, do you get it? Hugging people is a daily activity which you do without even thinking about it, but it has deep roots and it's evolved and maintained due to many benefits that brings to you.
So we can say that
A hug a day keeps the doctor away!
oh my